My name is Andrew Wilson, and I am a senior civil engineering student here at Clemson University. I appreciate you taking the time to view the flow project for my sustainable construction class. I hope that you will be able to walk away after viewing this project with a better understanding of the transportation problems here at Clemson University, as well as an awareness of possible solutions. I have chosen to address issues in transportation. As we all know, getting from point A to point B can be a little more frustrating at times than we would like. I intend to discover sustainable solutions pertaining to car dependency and how we can alleviate congestion and improve safety for students here at Clemson University. Possible solutions for Clemson's campus that were researched include, but are not limited to, increased pedestrian and bicycle paths, and strategic CAT bus stops. By implementing the idea of sustainable transportation at the college level, students will ultimately be more likely to practice these efforts throughout the entirety of their life. I would also like to go as far as saying that colleges and universities can serve as a microcosm for sustainable efforts across the country. I anticipate public perception to be a potential obstacle. It is hard to sell that being packed on a bus with 30 others is better than driving your individual vehicle and being comfortable. It is hard to sell that pedaling a bike or walking 2 miles is better than hopping in your car and without the pain of sweat. Nonetheless, I am up to the challenge and feel that sustainable solutions for transportation are attainable. The problems faced here at Clemson University include personal vehicle dependency, traffic congestion, limited bicycle paths, inefficient CAT bus routes, and safety. On top of this, our society as a whole faces the problem of dependency on a personal vehicle. Personal vehicle dependency creates traffic congestion. Take this picture for example. There is too much traffic for Billy to walk to school, so we drive him. If everybody walked or rode a bike to campus, there would be minimal traffic in and around Clemson. As we all know, being packed on a bus with 30 plus others can sometimes feel not quite as comfortable as being alone driving your individual vehicle to campus. Also, it is hard to sell that pedaling a bike or walking is easier than driving your vehicle. Nonetheless, taking a 10-minute bus ride to class or a 15-minute bike ride is often more convenient than driving around the commuter parking lots for 30 minutes trying to find a place to park. I believe these factors were without a doubt taken into consideration when developing the idea behind the Clemson area transit buses and bicycle paths. When properly implemented, these systems can provide convenience, reduce traffic congestion, increase safety, and ultimately prove to be sustainable. So you may ask yourself, if we already have these practices in place, why are they not necessarily a sustainable practice? Well, because ultimately, we can do better. As you can see, sustainable is capable of being continued with minimal long-term effect on the environment. In other words, being sustainable is being efficient. Are mass transit systems that produce high emissions, such as the CAT buses, the most sustainable solution that we can come up with? Is painting a shared bike path sign on the road the safest and most sustainable solution we can come up with? I think not. Alternative solutions may include, but are certainly not limited to, increased bicycle paths, strategic bus stops, and energy-efficient mass transit systems. After researching, it is clear that Clemson University has both visions and goals in place to better suit campus bikeways. Not long after I submitted my flow proposal, Clemson University sent out an email with a survey to the entire student body regarding CAT bus routes. The university has hired a professional consulting firm to evaluate and recommend improvements to the Clemson area transit's off-campus routes. This makes it evident that university officials have noticed that strategic bus stops and more efficient routes need to be addressed. The Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education provides resources on sustainable campus transportation. It addresses the use of energy-efficient mass transit systems by incorporating biodiesel, electric, and hybrid vehicles into the campus fleet of transit systems. The Transportation Planning for Sustainability Guidebook is another resource that discusses how sustainability issues may be addressed in transportation planning. These peer-reviewed journal papers may be found by following the respective links at the end of this presentation. So let's look at some solutions that could be installed here on Clemson's campus. As you can see, the red lines denote that there is a bike lane on the highways, and the green lane denotes that the road is a shared road for bicyclists. Needless to say, having bicyclists and moving vehicles in the same lane is not the safest practice. An individual bike lane is needed all the way around Clemson's campus to provide ideal safety and efficiency. CAT bus routes will almost have to be revised on a yearly basis as new housing developments pop up. To get more students to use the CAT buses need to strive to get as close to the student's doorstep as possible. Take Chimney Ridge, for example. The CAT bus stops at the four-way stop at Issaquena, which is quite a walk for the residents of Chimney Ridge. If the bus and housing community work together to allow the bus to come into the community, or the community provide a shuttle taking students to the four-way stop, much greater efficiency would be achieved. By implementing the idea of sustainable transportation at the college level, students will ultimately be more likely to practice these efforts throughout the entirety of their life. Just like students take the CAT bus to class, citizens can take a bus to work in the city. If a multitude of citizens rode a bike to work once or twice a week or took the bus, that would not only begin to reduce traffic congestion, but it would cut back on the harmful emissions that our vehicles emit and ultimately lead to a sustainable society that we all long for. As a student of Clemson University, I experience transportation issues around the community every day. From driving circles around commuter parking lots waiting for a space to become available, to dodging bicyclists flying across the library bridge. There are transportation issues to be addressed. Nonetheless, after much research, I have discovered there are solutions to these problems, and Clemson seems to be moving in the right direction to alleviate the issues of traffic congestion, safety, personal vehicle dependency, and limited bicycle paths. I ultimately hope that in the future, Clemson students will leave upon graduation knowing more about not only their respective area of study, but also about sustainable transportation, that by riding a bike or taking a bus to their places of interest, that they can create a sustainable environment.